Welcome to our Comma Facebook Live session with Kelvin and Luisa, Chief Igniters from Heroes Headquarters. And they are on a mission to ignite families and set them on fire to ensure that they have the right tools to equip, make sure that all their family members, everyone is on the right journey. So Kelvin and Luisa are a dynamic couple. I am actually on a coaching course actually with Luisa, and it's just been such a great journey as well. Yeah, so today's topic is about choosing a parenting style that will help your child thrive. So here we have Kelvin and Luisa. Hi guys. So good to have you guys here.
Same here. It's such a privilege to be in this platform. Yeah, Grace, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too, actually. It's always exciting to have conversations with equally passionate people, and we both have the same passion, right? Like, we really want to see families and marriages thrive, and so that's why we're having this conversation. It's just so good. Yeah, we're going to welcome people as they come in, as they join us, and we're going to slowly launch into our topic for today, which I just mentioned is like choosing a parenting style that will help your child thrive. And just to our viewers out there who do not know about Kelvin and Luisa, perhaps you could give us a little introduction about yourself. About Heroes Headquarters. I think it's been around for quite a number of years too.
Yeah, it's about 6 years.
Wow.
Sure.
That's great.
If you don't mind, I would like to take this opportunity to wish a happy Teachers' Day to all.
Yes.
And not to all the parents who are listening. Yeah, to all the parents who are listening. Because during this MCO, you have also taken the role of a teacher, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we want to wish a happy Teachers' Day. They say that a teacher is one to hold the student's hand and to open, right, their mind and to touch their hearts.
Oh, you're just taking this opportunity to touch your wife, right? Yeah, but wow, that's so good. It's so true. I think during this season, so many parents are actually willingly or unwillingly taking on the role of a teacher as well. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, tell me about. Hey, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, so tell me about your Heroes Headquarters.
Right. Once again, thank you very much. I'm Kelvin, and I call myself a Chief Igniter. And why Igniter, you might be wondering, right? Why do we call ourselves Igniter? One of the reasons is because when you ignite something, you add fuel to it, right? You become the spark. So we felt that that's our calling, to just ignite the spark, right, in parents' journey, in individuals' journey. So that's why we call ourselves Igniters. But how Heroes Headquarters came about, it actually traced back to when I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
If you don't mind me sharing a story.
No. Yeah, I know the story, but people may not know the story, so I would love to get you guys to share and hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. So when I was 4 or 5 years old, I was playing with my sister, right? And I saw her chewing something, mouth was moving, and I'm saying that, wow, that looks cool. She's chewing a gum and it looks really cool. It reminds me of the Grease show, right? Those people chewing and it looks really cool. And I was like, man, I want to try that. I haven't experienced chewing a gum before. So I ran to her and I said, can I try one? No, you go ask Eddie first. So I went to my dad and said, Dad, can I try chew gum? It looks really fun and cool. And my parents said, no, I'm sorry, you're too young to chew gum. You know why? Because if in case you accidentally swallow it, you get stuck to the intestine and it will just blow up and you'll die.
Oh no.
And I'm like, what? You're kidding me?
Oh my god.
But I do not know whether you have heard this, because many children have experienced the same thing before. So I keep pestering my dad, please. So that and he reluctantly said, okay, but please be careful. So So I took one from my sister, I chew on it, and I act, wow, now my turn to act cool, and I'm running, planning to be cool, and guess what? Lo and behold, I accidentally swallow it,
Oh
and I'm
no.
like, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to die.
Oh
So I
no.
was crying, I was really frantic, and I was so fearful that I would just collapse and die, and my intestine just blow up, and I'll die.
Oh, that's
And I
really
made a big
scary to a 4 or 5 year old. I mean, that's your whole world. Like you really believe in something, and you truly believe in it, right?
Definitely. So I was really throwing a big, fuss, and I was crying. So my dad came over and said, "What happened? What happened?" I said, "I just accidentally swallowed the gum, the chewing gum, and I'm going to die. I'm going to die." So my dad looked at me, "No, no, no, you won't die. You won't die. But you told me that if I swallow it, I'm going to die." So he was very calmly said, "No, you won't die." So I said, "No, I'm going to die." So what he did was he took a gum from my sister at that point of time. I took out a wrapper, started chewing, and I was like a bit shocked. I'm here, am I, dying, and you're chewing a gum and acting cool.
Wow.
so so he chewed, and then what he did was the next thing he just swallowed it. He opened his
Oh,
mouth and said,
now both of
"See."
you gonna die. It's like,
No, but at the point of time, when he did that, you see, he showed me, see, I'm still alive.
oh
And
wow.
mind you, my dad was a very quiet person, very quiet. They really actively play with us. But at that point of time, I saw a hero in him.
Oh
I literally
wow.
saw a hero in him. And I'm like, wow, Dad. I never knew there's this part of that, right? And on that day onwards, right, from that day onwards, I I come to realize that every one of us have a hero within, but it's just have not been ignited. Okay,
Mm,
perhaps there's no tool, they didn't realize it, and that's why we are embarking on this journey.
wow, that's so good.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So that's how
So
Heroes Headquarters and the whole idea behind having heroes in our families. Wow, I'm just going to take a bit of moment to welcome some of the people who are here. Michelle's here online, David, Tay, Elaine Tong. Hi guys, hi, welcome. Audrey. Wow, it's quite a. Hang on, let me just have a quick glance at that. Yeah. Oh, well, so welcome. So today we're with Kelvin and Luisa, and we're going to be talking about choosing a parenting style that basically will help your children thrive. Okay. And Kelvin and Luisa have been running, parenting workshops, programs, camps, things like that with kids for marriages for since 2000 and what year you said it again?
14,
To
14.
2014. Yeah, so it's really amazing, and they also brought in this program called Parenting Toolbox, right? And that's from New Zealand, I understand. And so they are very very qualified to actually speak to us about this topic. In fact, and they have 3 children, age 13, 9, and 6, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's so they've gone through all that. They have they've gone through the toddler range. They've gone through the preschool, primary school. Now going into teenage years. So whatever they have to share, I'm sure it's very full of wisdom. So I can't wait for this. Yeah. So perhaps we'll just start discussing a little bit about, like, what are some of the parenting styles actually that is very very common. Yeah, you guys want to elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure, sure. Now, before we go into parenting style, perhaps what I would like to ask all of you is this. Have you ever considered why are you wearing the particular fashion style, right? Like right now, Grace, why did you choose the nice big earring and the boots and the
Actually,
nice
I don't know.
shoes?
I didn't know that Luisa's going to wear this also, and we didn't know we are all going to wear black. It was coincidence, but we identify with something, right? We identify with a style.
Right. So again, for some, it's because they just feel comfortable wearing that, right? And for some, it's just, that's what I saw. Conveniently, I'm just wearing it, right? And for some, perhaps due to they're more trendy, so they look at fashion trend and they follow after that kind of fashion trend. Now, here in parenting style, it's the same way. Number one, one tip that I would like to give to all parents is to have self-awareness. Awareness why, the reason we are doing certain style or we are parenting certain style. So there are two areas that are very important that define your parenting style. Okay? Just like the fashion style.
Yeah.
If I ask a fashion stylist to come and share, oh, because of your face shape, because of your tone, now this style suits you, right? So in parenting style, what are the factors that help us to identify what style suits us? There are two areas, which, if you don't mind, I have
wow,
yeah.
you are so awesome.
Yeah. Right.
You can tell who's the educator here.
Yeah, to help Luisa, would you help me? All right. Now the first one is love and connection. Right? It's one area that will define our parenting style. So love and connection. Okay, the degree of how much you express your love and connection. Now the other one, the other area is this. Okay, this is where rules and structure. Okay. So these two areas define where we sit in this quadrant. Okay, I'm just going to very quickly share with you what are the 4 parenting style, and you know what, Luisa will share how it applies in our daily life. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right? So the first one, yeah. So if we have low in love and connection and low in rules and structure, we call them the unplugged parenting style, the indifferent.
Okay.
The
you do whatever you want now, basically. Do whatever you want lah, right? It's like, okay lah, you want to eat your 5th gum of the day and whatever.
Right, and sometimes it's not by choice. Sometimes it's because of the demand, demands of the work and things like that. Yeah, which Luisa will share a bit more. Okay, and then what's next? If you have high in love and connection, right, but low in rules and structure, so what do we have? We call them the jellyfish. You know how jellyfish are?
Yeah.
Basically, a lot of okay lah, yeah. Then we have high in rules and structure, but low in love and connection. And this is what Grace have mentioned in her latest post. We call them the Grace
military.
Sergeant Major.
Oh, Sergeant Major. Yeah. It usually, in Malaysian context, it usually comes accompanied with a rotan.
That's so true, right?
Yeah.
It's like running a book camp in the entire family.
Yeah, we have one in almost every other corner of the house.
And then the final one, whereby you have high in love and connection and high in rules and structure, we call them the parent coach. Okay, the parent coach. So these are the 4 areas that define what type of style we operate in.
Okay, Kelvin,
Lisa,
just a bit of a pause, because I got a comment. Someone says that the speaker's voice is a little bit soft, so maybe you guys may want to like project your voice a little bit more. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah,
because
thanks Jade, thanks for coming, and Angelina and Pat, and who else is online here already? Yeah. Okay. There's lots of different comments here. Great. So yeah, maybe you guys can just carry on, but just a bit louder.
Right. Thanks for that comment. Yeah. So that we can increase our volume here. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So we want to have a little bit of fun today to bring all the parenting styles alive to you. So we're gonna do a little bit of role play where I will be the parent and then Kelvin will be the child. Okay? So to demonstrate what each of the styles are like, yeah, we'll just be acting.
Wow, so good.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this.
we have selected a very common
Case scenario.
scenario during this MCO. Right?
Oh, very good, very good.
Okay, so basically it's time for dinner and the child is playing on a gadget, right? So right now I'm going to be Sergeant Major. Okay, so Sergeant Major,
Yeah.
as you know, is low on love and connection and very high on rules and structure. Okay? Hey Kelvin, the gadget away. Time for dinner.
Mom, I'm still playing. One last game, please. One last game.
What? One last game. Hey, put your gadget away.
Mom.
Stop right now and come to dinner.
Mom, please.
Mom, so no, okay? Later I have to stay in your room, no dinner for you.
But it's my last game.
Say some more lah. Tomorrow no gadget. Okay, so that was Sergeant Major.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you need to frown a lot more and look more angry.
Yeah, so okay. So the Sergeant Major is rather, one way in terms of communicating.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
always giving
so even-
commands. Always giving
Yes,
commands,
it's
right?
instruction.
Yeah. I can so identify with that.
One
Yeah.
And there's no space for negotiation. Yeah, and the expectation is very high, but the child is expected to do things their way immediately. If I say it now, it means now. Okay? Don't negotiate. Right? And less nurturing.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next parenting style, okay? So the next parenting style is the jellyfish. Okay, so the jellyfish parent, in the same case scenario, child is on the gadget. Okay, so because the love and connection is very high, so it's like, sayang, hey, I cooked the favorite Korean fried chicken
Mom.
for you today, no?
Mom, I'm playing, Mom.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm playing game here.
no, but you have to come down for dinner right now, or else the fried chicken will be cold.
Mom, I'm playing, Mom. Give me an hour, Mom. Yes, 1 hour, Mom.
Okay lah. Alright, you come down when you are done, okay? And then mommy will heat up for you.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Just come down when you can, okay?
Wow. Yeah.
That's jellyfish.
Yeah, I guess like the jellyfish parent really is a kind who will just be very permissive in a lot of things, right? Yeah, it's just whatever that you want to do, the child takes control of situations. It sounds like, yeah,
Jellyfish is wanting
the best.
a very strong connection, want to be a friend.
Want to be a friend. Okay, yeah.
So
Yep.
the nurturing is very high, but the rules and structure is very low. Because there's so much of open communication that there's a lot of negotiation that can go on.
Yeah.
They're willing to let go so that they are on good terms with their child.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then so the next parenting style we're going to demonstrate here right now is the unplugged parent. Okay? So the unplugged parent will also be on the device. Okay? So time for dinner.
Okay. Now where's the dinner?
And so they'll be on their devices eating together, right? So you do your thing, I do my thing, and we just eat, right? So there's hardly any communication, and you continue on with the devices while we're having dinner. Not a problem. So the unplugged parent lets the child basically do whatever, right? And the communication is very minimal. Expectation is also very minimal, and very little nurturing.
I guess it's a very little involvement from the unplugged parent, because it's like I'm just into my own thing, you're into your own thing, whatever. It's fine with me whether you follow the rules or you don't follow the rules, or you want to eat and all that. It's like, just do your thing and I'll do my thing, kind of thing. It sounds like that. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not something that they purposely chose. Maybe they're just really bogged down with their work,
True.
emails. They have to reply to their boss.
Yeah.
So that's the unplugged parent.
Mm.
So the last parenting style that we're going to demonstrate here would be the parent coach.
Mm.
Okay, and the parent coach is high in love and connection, and high also in rules and structure. Okay, so let's get into it. Hey, Kelvin.
Yeah.
It's time for dinner.
Mom, I'm playing a game here.
Right. In our family, we all eat together. And remember what we talked about just now before you got any devices?
Yes, half an hour, Mom.
Yeah, half an hour.
Right. Just 1 minute. Is that possible, Mom?
Okay. Is that how long it's going to take to finish up what you're doing?
Yeah. Almost done. 1 minute. Is that okay?
Okay, 1 minute. All right. I'll see you downstairs. Guess what? Got your favorite Korean fried chicken.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Okay, I'll see you downstairs. Yeah.
1 minute.
Right.
Wow, that's so good. Actually, we have a few parents commenting already and saying, like, Angelina says, "Oh, I guess I'm between jellyfish and sergeant, depending on the situation." And Angelina also says, "Unplugged equals bocap." Yeah. And Shireen, thanks Shireen for joining. Shireen actually has a question for us, but she says, I'm unplugged sometimes and sergeant major sometimes. Yeah, I can so identify with that. But do you want to address Shireen's question? Actually, she's asking about how can single parents juggle parenting. Yeah, that's Shireen's question actually, and it is quite a tough journey actually. If you're a single parent, really there's a lot of things that you have to really juggle. But any thoughts of that on that specifically?
Definitely. First and foremost, Shireen, right? Shireen, you are on the right track. Yeah, we just want to encourage you. For the fact that you are in this session means that you really want the best for your relationship with your child. So we support you and we commend you with that. Yeah. Now we have seen some single parents who really try to juggle between being the dad and being the mom, right? And here again, we just want to go back to the love and connection and the rules and structure. Now, if we have clearly exhibit both, whereby we demonstrate the love, the connection, connecting with them, communicating with them clearly, especially the rules and structure, then the kid will know and have this parameter of safety and boundary. And later we'll talk more on how I appreciate one of the parents mentioned that they operate depending on situation. Yeah, and which is true. Yeah, all of us operate in different ways. Okay? And we're going to talk about that right now. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, so good. So actually, I'm very curious. So what are your parenting styles? Of course, when you first started out, like you guys have like many years of parenting. I mean, I can identify with all the different things, and I think that there's one parenting style actually that is not written down there. It is called the yo-yo parenting style. The one like sometimes you're a drill sergeant, sometimes you are a permissive jellyfish parent. So I don't know. I feel sometimes I'm a bit like that. I'm that kind of go from here to here, like, oh no, I'm being too strict. Then after that, I'm moving on to this, like, oh, okay, let you do what you want, and yeah, so I become this yo-yo parent. How about you guys? Like, what are your parenting styles? Maybe prior to this.
Yeah, maybe Luisa want to share about how the parent coach function first, and then she will share what the style is. Is that right?
Sure.
Right, so like just now in the scenario we're talking about the parent coach, right? So the parent coach is someone that is high in both areas. And this is something that they, like the Korean fried chicken just now, KFC. They are always operating with KFC. They are showing kindness. They are very firm, and they're very calm in all situations. So if as much as possible, they are calm. And so when it comes to communicating, they're very calm when they're communicating because they've already drawn up the boundaries and told them exactly, before you use the gadget, how long is it, and what is our agreement. The expectations are already there, very high, but the child has input, right? So the child is able to negotiate and they can come to an agreement. So there's a lot of you know trust and yeah, good teamwork when it comes to a parent coach, right? And so yeah, parent coach is ideal, right? In all situations, if we can all be a parent coach, but sometimes we can operate in different styles as well, right? Can you think of a way? I mean, certain situations where you are a sergeant major. I definitely can, right?
What do you share? What? Okay, let me share first. I'll share first. So, for those of you who do not know, I'm also a sports person. I run a community football coaching program called Matrix. So I'm a coach, right?
Oh.
And
so you're very strict.
Discipline, discipline and expectation is part of my being, right? That's how I've been conditioned. Okay? So very naturally, my primary style, very naturally, I'll go into sergeant major. Yeah, I find myself, especially doing this MCO, whereby every time when I spotted my kids on gadget, right, I'll get, hey, children, how long already are you all in this? So then Luisa will have to come and just give me a gaze and a nice smile to remind me, or she just gently put her arm on me just to remind me, right? And because the reason why I go into that mode, and like we say, right, we actually do operate in all this stuff.
Yeah.
But we have to understand the key word here is awareness, right? The reason why I went into that is because maybe I'm pressed of time, right? And I really want them to do their work, but I did not know, and I didn't really bother to ask the reason why they're on device rather on school online. Yeah. So just recently, a few days ago, I came down because usually in the morning I go for exercise, I do my quiet time and things like that, time alone, and then I come back. Usually they'll be doing their work online, right? Because now school has started.
Yeah.
But on the particular day, I saw her watching her favorite, program.
Oh no! So that ignited the sergeant in you.
Yeah, right. So I straight away moved into the sergeant major, operate in the sergeant major style, which on hindsight, right? And I'm glad that Luisa is always there. And this is one thing that I would like to encourage all parents, that we need to parent together. Yeah. And basically, I learned this, from my own spiritual walk as well. That a lot of times we need to have alignment before the assignment. And it's the same way in parenting as well. Yeah.
Yes.
We need to have an alignment before our assignment.
I guess it's very true. If one parent is a jellyfish and the other one's a militarian, the child will just know how to play one parent against the other. And like, oh, daddy always says no, let me go to mommy. She's always going to say yes, right? So that's going to be work against you because eventually the child is very smart and they will be able to come to you and know how to play you against one another. Wow, Shireen has a question. Thanks, Shireen, for asking this question. Actually, Shireen says, is there situational parenting? Is it like a situational leadership? And she also asks, if a parent has always been a jellyfish but then changes styles, decides to change, how do they balance the shock?
That's a great question, Shireen. again, situational leadership definitely pretty much similar. However, we are parenting based on the child. Um, we have to first look at not the behavior, but the person, right? The potential. So there's difference here. Yeah? We have to be cautious here when sometimes we Asian parents, we condition our child towards performance, right?
Mm.
But here we are coaching our child towards their potential that leads them to their destiny. Right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
so
good.
again, I would like to bring you back, Shireen, to the love and connection as well as the rules and structure. Okay? Where do you think you need to um, adjust, right? Obviously, when we adjust, we take one step at a time, you know. Because if we go on the extreme, we ourselves also not natural. Because most of the time we shout and then suddenly, hey darling, sayang. I guess it has to come from a very natural progression whereby the parent is aware. The first thing is being aware. Once you're aware, then you can take baby steps in adding love and connection. Yeah, because I realize this, a lot of times we don't really see it happening. For example, my youngest daughter, Kiona, right? Mom spent a lot of time with her, right? Spend a lot of time doing work, homework, guiding her. But for her, that is not time that she enjoys when we talk about love and connection. So
Mm.
she wants time just alone, just to do what she likes to do. Coloring, reading. She sees the difference, for a young child. For me, for mom, sometimes for us, right, we say, hey, we've been spending a lot of time with you already. Yeah, daddy, early morning, help you with your schoolwork and all this. But for them, it's a differentiation, right? So coming back to what Shireen said, yes. So if the child need more rules and structure, then we help them. Now we owe it to our children to explain why there's certain rules and structure.
Yeah, that's
Because
really good. Yeah.
right, because if we don't do that, the thing that will happen sooner or later, they will just obey based on fear because you're
Mm.
screaming at them, and they will suppress their feeling because they know that they can't express, you know. And there is proof that says that they may one day grow up to be a, potential bully
Actually,
because they model.
it's very very interesting because I've been reading this book, making children. Hang on, I have it here. Making children mind without losing yours. It's a really good book, and it also talks about all these different things like the parenting styles and stuff. And it's really interesting because it talks about children also wanting control, and military parents are the ones that tend to sergeant drill parents, right? Because they want control of the situation. So their children fight back because they want the control themselves and they are not getting control. So it's a power struggle. And so the more you actually put upon them, the more they're gonna, fight back, and because they want to gain back that form of control. Yeah. So and even like on the jellyfish parenting style, that's like completely different. But I think to add on to what you mentioned, Kelvin, that's so good. But I guess like for Shireen, if you change your style suddenly, I guess it depends on how old your kids are. It might be good to have that kind of conversation with them, right? To especially if they can understand. Even your kids are like my kid's 5 years old, and he understands. He understands when I'm yelling at him. He understands when I explain things to him. When I say sorry to him as well, and he totally gets that. So like to just have that kind of conversation and tell him like, hey, mommy's been like this all the while, and I realize it's not been good for our relationship, and I'm going to be changing. So I think that's a good way to preempt them. What do you guys
Yes,
think?
yes,
Yeah.
Grace. Yes, Grace, definitely. I think the conversation helps. And one of the tips that you can do with your child is, hey, girl, or hey, boy, what do you want daddy to do more?
Yeah.
Right? Uh, or what do you want daddy to do less?
Mm.
Right? I want daddy to not just straight away jump to conclusion and think that we are doing things that is not right, or please listen to us first, right? So when you have that kind of open communication, you are building connection there, and which is so important for our children.
Yeah.
So important in today's environment.
Yeah.
Because they're daily bombarded with so many things around them, and very rarely we can just sit down and enjoy each other.
That's
with
true.
Quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
go ahead, Luisa.
yeah, I identify with Shireen because like in this time of MCO, we're constantly with the children, and it's demands from them. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I need you. Mommy this, mommy that, and sometimes it's just easier to be a jellyfish parent. Okay lah, okay. So
Okay.
I sometimes also I can very very easily be a jellyfish parent, so that I can maintain the peace and my sanity, right? But what we're learning is that parenting is not about changing our children. Parenting is about ourselves as parents.
Yeah.
And, managing it from ourselves as parents.
Yes.
So if today I've been a jellyfish parent, very soon I'll or jumping up the walls from too much sugar, much chocolate, or whatsoever. I will be the one that will also have to handle the aftermath.
Yeah.
So parenting is about being aware of it, and what steps do I need to take next, so that I can work more towards being a parent coach. And that is maybe for a jellyfish parent to raise the rules and structure. So before anything, there needs to be a boundary that has been already decided on and agreed.
Wow.
Let me give you an analogy here. Yes, right. So again, I've seen this many years ago when they demonstrated this. See, like for us, it's all about boundaries, right? We call it V of love, based on the age appropriateness. You slowly open up the boundaries that they bounce off here, the parental. So it's the same thing with this piece here. If we, at a very early stage, being a jellyfish parent, they are the boundaries here, and they can just move around so much. And then suddenly you realize that it is getting out of hand. Yeah.
Then you clamp down.
You try to tighten it. You try to tighten it. Lockdown.
MCO edition.
It's going to be difficult. But if we are a parent coach, very early from on start, giving them a safe boundary and tighten, and at the same time giving them love and connection, and there's a relationship there, then you slowly release because there is trust. You know that when you operate in a parent coach, you're actually giving the child a lot of their own responsibility, because we don't push, right? A lot of times we listen. Yeah, we invite them to sit in, have a conversation. What do you think? Yeah. Do you think this is appropriate?
Yeah.
And then we learn to help them to take ownership of their own growth as well. And that's key as a parent coach.
Wow. Okay, I'm just going to pause here a little bit. So I'm just going to ask the viewers, if you guys have any questions, please type it into the comments so that we can ask Kelvin, Luisa. We have a discussion here. Okay, we do have a question from Christine. Hi, Christine. I shot a pre-wedding long time ago. So she says, does the parent coach apply to all of kids' personalities? All different children's personalities? Does the parent coach method apply?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, basically, no matter how old a child is, even a baby may not be able to respond to you, but when you begin from the onset, the habit of explaining why, this is the boundary that you need to work within. Don't touch this because it's dangerous for you. Although the toddler may not be able to respond back, the baby may not be able to respond back, but they understand. They see and they understand from your facial physical expression, and they know that you are taking care of me, and and as they grow older and older, they are able to respond, yeah, and then they will also understand more, and they will be able, you will be able to help them to grow in their confidence and their responsibility.
So with regards to also personality,
Mm.
I'll give you an example here. My son is very gentle, very empathetic, right? Whereas my youngest daughter is more feisty, right? She's assertive. She knows what she wants, strong will, right? So let's take community coach, for example, right? What will be some good characteristic of a community coach to ensure that the kids learn, right? Like a football,
like a soccer
like a soccer football coach. What do you think? Maybe
Mm.
Grace, maybe some. What do you think? What are some characteristics of a good community coach?
Of a good community coach.
Yeah, football coach.
Oh, okay, football coach. I guess you need to be able to motivate without
Right.
and there's that self discipline. That's what you want your all your coaches, like the people who are in your team, to be able to know what to do, be responsible. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
So that's great. And the same way as a parent coach, right? When we are aware, okay, whether these kids need more love or connection or rules and structure, then we tune in terms of the dial. So for my son, love and connection is there, and I continue to give that. It's never, it's funny because I sometimes I ask Lisa, because for me, my love language is touch, and I like to grapple with my son.
Yeah.
So during, I think many years ago, I asked her, am I being too much? Am I showing too much affection? See, there's never too much of love and connection, right? But so with my son, when I give a rule, I want to make sure that I sit down with him and really explain to him the reason why Daddy is asking me to do this. Yeah, do you understand?
Yeah.
And I'll speak from that perspective, right? And I ask him, and he will share. But for my daughter, right, then it's a different approach. I'm still using parent coach, but I will be KFC, right? Firm, I will increase a bit. Well, okay, what have you just done? Do you think is right? So the intention may be right, but again, we look at the approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
All parents have intention,
Yeah.
but perhaps the approach can be tuned.
That's so true. And I think what's great was what you did. You asked, do you think it's right? You're actually asking thinking questions to the kids. They're not like some parents, like, for example, you were saying the sergeant drill parents is the one barking orders, and you follow the rules and you're not supposed to ask questions. So it's as if like telling the kid, like, you cannot do the thinking, I'm going to do the thinking for you, which is not what we want. And if we are the kind of parent coach, we are actually encouraging the kids themselves to come up with the solution so that they can feel that sense of responsibility for the decisions that they make. And also, if they make wrong decisions, I think like it's the parent to be there to come alongside with them and to say like, hey, even though that may have been a wrong decision, like, these are the consequences, this is what's going to happen, and therefore, like, being compassionate without feeling like, oh, I told you so. You did it, so, yeah.
And that's exactly what the parent coach is, right? To really ignite the potential within the child, to coach them towards their potential, and that's important. You see, in my training industry, right, there are many times that I've observed that there are a lot of Malaysian employees that are very good at execution, right? They're great executors. However, if you ask them to think and to create solution, now that's something that is they find it difficult, right? And one of the reasons is because that the way we parent as well, our child, do we give them space for them to give their ideas and appreciate their ideas? Now, not to say because I have done this recently in my toolbox. So one of the participants asked, does that mean that we give them, like Tao like that, give them, you know, to share whatever they want and all this? No, we are not saying that. We're just saying that we give them opportunity to share their ideas, but with grace, with respect. Yeah, um, that's important. So we need to teach them that it's okay to share your opinion, but do it with respect and kindness.
Yeah. Okay, that's so good. I'm just going to recap for Jenny, who's asking what's a jellyfish parent. Yeah, so Jenny, you can also play back this video later on when it's we're done with the live. But basically, a jellyfish parent is someone who will bend over backwards to be involved in the kids' life, to solve their kids' problems. To ensure that they are always there for the kids, always a good friend, but not necessarily giving rules and discipline and order in the kids' life. Is that the right summary? I would say, yeah. And for Shireen again, she says that sometimes parents may feel that it's a little bit too late or no turning back. How the parents try to restart. Wow, Shireen. I mean, or any parent for that matter who might feel this way. I don't think it's ever too late. You should never give up on your kids, whether your kid is like 6 years old, your kid is like 12, 13 or 21 or 35, like that. Okay, it's no longer a kid or an adult, but I think that the relationship, there's always a connection point, there's always opportunity to restore relationship, and there's a way to start again. I think that it starts with us, right? I think one of the things that Kelvin mentioned, we have to actually make changes ourselves. When we think about parenting, it is about us changing ourselves more of the time, more so than changing our kid. Yeah, if we change ourselves, like we will find that actually the relationship will improve. Yeah, Luisa, do you have any comments about that?
Well said, Grace. Well said. Parenting is not short term. Yeah. We're in a long haul. Yeah, we're in a marathon.
Yeah, man, not a sprint. That's
sometimes
true.
may want the fastest solution, right? But in the long run, it may not serve us well as a family. So we need to think long term. Parenting is a marathon, and we just need to put into place the things that will serve us well for the long run. That will help the family to thrive, to be happy, and for everyone to grow in their confidence. You yourself as a parent to grow in the confidence as well as the child to develop and grow in creativity, in confidence, in expressing themselves, right?
So true, so true. My mom, right? She's still my mom, right?
Yeah,
Even though I'm already 43. She's still parenting me in a sense.
Yeah. Have you taken your shower? Have you eaten? Very Asian.
And I love her dearly, because why? Because she is constantly trying to see how best she can serve, right? She can serve her children. Because she's aware that times is changing. We have grown. We have our own family. Now it's not easy. It's not easy because I used to be her little boy, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm all grown up. She needs to provide space as well. So I can see her taking steps, even though I'm 43 now, but I can see her taking steps to modify her parenting style towards me. Yeah, without knowing or the different style, but because we are in this industry and we do talk about it, and a lot of times it's about conversation, about openness, sharing. That helps. So it's one baby step at a time. Sharing is one baby step at a time.
Yeah.
Never too late.
Yes, that's so good. Wow, our time just flew by. My goodness, and we've been having this conversation for almost 50 minutes now. So, yeah. So it just you guys want to elaborate a little bit more about this whole parent-coach connection and relationship? Can you give me practical examples of how we can actually utilize that? In an everyday scenario.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. important question. Yeah, there will be 3 tips that I would like to give to all the parents who are listening right now, who wants to build their parent teaching style. Right. Number 1 is don't react. Don't react, but respond. Now the difference is react is just natural, right? It's a reaction. It doesn't go through your prefrontal cortex, right? Your logic mind. You react to it. Yeah, a lot of times when we are angry, we react. But learn to respond. Okay? In order to respond, you just need to pause, be empathetic, listen. Yeah, really give them space and listen. Yeah, that's number 1. Okay.
So don't be
Number 2
overly
is
emotional yourself don't be overly emotional and respond in a way that's negative or just too fast, too quick to respond without thinking.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's great.
So number two is that have a conversation, probe, ask question. Yeah. Don't be too hurried to just answer, but have a conversation. Ask, so what do you think? Okay. Tell me more. Right? Can you please explain what was going on with your emotion? Now remember, everyone have emotional bank account.
Yeah.
Okay. So have we invested in their kids' emotional bank account so that they are smooth? Because sometimes behavior is due to lack of emotional bank account. So when you have a conversation, then you start to begin to understand, oh, okay, perhaps he or she have not eaten, right? You talk about, or he or she maybe they're anxious, they're lonely, they're feeling hungry, right? Things like that. Tired. That's right, tired. So secondly is ask question, and thirdly,
can I just add for the second one? Sometimes it's a problem that you're working on, and sometimes for the parent it's so easy. The answer is there, and you just want to give them the answer, right?
Oh,
but
yeah.
The parent really needs to be patient and not be in such a hurry to give answers, because we want to raise them up to be creative thinkers, problem solvers, right? So that's one of the things that a coach can do, is not to be in such a hurry to give answers, but just allow that space to grow.
That's so good.
Practice, right? So if you fail once, it's okay. It's okay, right? Sometimes we just burst out and we got angry and oh boy, I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Just remember the final tip, number 3 is KFC.
Kind, firm, and calm.
That's right.
This is why acronyms work so well.
Very important.
Wow. That's so good. Yeah, I think those are really, really amazing, awesome tips. And, I think it's in a way, when we come across situations where we just feel that we want to automatically respond or just give in without any kind of rules altogether, we have to stop and think, actually, are our actions really, really helpful to this particular situation? Can we do something, or can we approach the situation in a completely different manner that will be much better, right? And I think a lot of times as parents, sometimes we reflect upon hindsight and I regret doing this, I regret doing that, yeah, and it's quite normal. But I think that the more we are more aware, as you said, like there's awareness, like so we have awareness, and the more we practice this, it becomes like second nature. Right? So the approach becomes second nature. The way we talk to our kids becomes second nature. The way we ask them the questions and all that. And so it is training ourselves first to be like being able to retune our mind so that we are able to help them recalibrate as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So true. We cannot give what we do not have, and we cannot demand what we cannot give. Right? So as parents, we have to role model. Yeah, we truly have to role model, and it takes baby step again, baby step.
Wow.
Yeah. Make sure we celebrate. Yeah, when we take one step at a time, we celebrate. Okay, this is a good week.
Yeah,
right?
That's great. I think that celebration is very good. It's overrated. It's underrated. It's like basically we're not doing it enough, right? We don't celebrate the good things. We sometimes talk about the bad things or did that wrong and you feel bad about yourself, but we don't celebrate the little wins. Yeah, so I think that's so good. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your parenting toolbox? That's actually a program, right? That you have. So I think like to all parents, because we only have 1 hour to really have a chat about this. But if any parents who really are interested more about parenting, actually there's other resources, and like Kelvin and Luisa, they also are part of this resource called the parenting toolbox. So can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Right. So the parenting toolbox is a parenting course that we brought in from New Zealand, and it is something that has been running for the past 20 over years in New Zealand, and it's a really good one where it's very helpful and practical to the point where it is recognized by the government in New Zealand, and so they sponsor it, and for even single moms to go for the course, they sponsor them fully because it's very effective and very helpful to have those kind of tools in order to raise up good families, happy families, right? So what we've done is we've brought it in, and for the past 2 years now, we've been running it, and there are actually 4 different stages that
we cater to.
So the parents of baby and toddler years. So that's from 0 to 4 years old.
Okay.
And then the primary years where the child is from 5 to 8. And then the intermediate years where the child is from 9 to 12.
Okay.
And then the teenage kids, yeah. So yeah, it covers the whole range of parenting.
Yeah, and we'll be running one soon in June.
Okay.
Yeah, so do check us out. Yeah, to our Facebook page or just contact Grace for our contact. Yeah.
Okay, we'll share the link as well later. So if any parents out there are interested in this parenting toolbox that Kelvin and Luisa are running, and the next intake is June, and I believe you can do it remotely via Zoom as well. Even if during this MCO season or CMCO season, you can't physically meet up, but you can still make time for things that matter. So I think definitely just put a comment out on our Facebook page, and then we'll send you the link as well. Yeah, and I think that's one area I really truly passionately feel about, is that we don't spend enough time equipping ourselves, right? Like nobody teaches us how to be parents. We only learn from our parents because like that's the way we were brought up. That's all we know. So a lot of times like if we don't make time for such things, that's when you realize that actually how am I going to really give out to my kids, because I don't have this wealth of knowledge. So it's so important that we all equip ourselves with the right tools, the right mindset to be able to bring our kids up in the best way possible. Responsible adults, children becoming responsible adults, and loving, thoughtful, all of those things. It doesn't just happen overnight, right? So yeah, I believe that this is something we need to ensure that we educate ourselves, whether it's reading or attending events such as this. Yeah. So I really want to thank you guys. Is there anything else that you want to say, like any parting words, advice? You guys have given lots of good nuggets of wisdom already.
I hope the listeners are enjoying themselves and really getting some tips. But this will be the 3 summary that we want to share with you. Very important, awareness. Yeah. Awareness where we are parenting and which style we need to increase, love and connection, or rules and structure.
Love that.
We don't condition towards performance, but we want to coach them towards their potential. That's one. Secondly, is parenting together, right? Alignment before the assignment. So important, and this is something that we truly encourage married couples, parents to really have this united front, and that's very important. Okay, and thirdly, parenting is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, so keep it up, take one step at a time. Right? Let's train ourselves. Let's continue to run the race. Thank you so much, Grace.
Yeah.
We have been doing this all this while keep it up. Yeah. But if you have not, you never knew there's such a thing as parent coach, it's never too late to start. Yeah. It's day one. Just try it. Yeah. Adjust your levels, and it's a marathon. Just remember that.
Yeah. Cool.
Wow, that's so great. Thank you so much for the conversation, Kelvin and Luisa. Really, really enjoyed it, and I love your role plays at the start. It's so funny. Yeah, so you guys should do more on that.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
we're
also,
gonna say
thank those who are listening as well. Thank you so much for your encouragement and your support. Thank you.
thank you. Thanks everybody for watching.